So Xavier Worthy obviously just made a very huge mistake, and it's gonna get tricky now. Things get tricky because we know that Rasheed Rice still didn't serve his suspension, and now we got Xavier Worthy who could have a possible suspension. So this is awful. I mean, there's no confirmation that you know Worthy did any of these things, but obviously him being arrested is obviously all it needs for it to be a big situation when it comes to him getting suspended and all that type of stuff. So now it's either time to start looking at some options or whatever, or whatever you have to do, whatever has to be done. Now we re-signed Hollywood Brown, and that was to 11 mil 1 year. Definitely glad to have him back. He said he has some unfinished business, and he also said he's back for everything. So let's get it, Hollywood. Let's do it. I love to see what Hollywood gonna do. But we also have to talk about Worthy and what he just did. Now, Worthy, I mean, it's a very bad case, and it's something that could stop Worthy from having the career that that was looking promising. But honestly, we're gonna still find a way. But this makes me think, like, if Worthy, because he's probably gonna get suspended, honestly. So I'm thinking maybe it's gonna be a off season where we just have to replace him. Like, not saying like for long term, but get us a guy that's gonna do something like Metcalf or like a Diggs or Devontae Adams, something of that sort. And then for Rice, he probably gonna have to serve that suspension as well. So it's gonna get a little crazy. It's gonna get a little crazy in this off season for sure. But the Chiefs probably are gonna be going out there for some weapons. But let's get into the Xavier Worthy arrest a little more. So he was arrested Friday night in Williamson County, Texas. And the charges is criminal charge of assault against a family or household member by impeding their breathing or circulation. So obviously it's more of a strangle type of thing or a choking type of thing. And wow, Tia Jones, who's Xavier Worthy's ex-fiance, she has not followed Worthy since March 7th, and he hasn't followed her either. And I don't know what's going on. Y'all. I really don't know what's going on, but it's looking like they're not together no more at all. So I don't know what happened, but it's not looking too good for this Worthy situation, man. I mean, as a male, like, you're, even if she's lying, or even if she's like, adding more to the story, they're most likely gonna believe her. And that's just how it goes, So Worthy getting into this is definitely not what the Chiefs needed right now, especially coming off of a tough Super Bowl loss where we're trying to look for a season to bounce back. Now it's time to think of solutions and ways that the Chiefs are get around this. Obviously, it might have to go as far as getting a new wide receiver or that type of stuff. But I don't know, man, because we even might, like, Rice might not even be here. You see how we looked without Rice in the Super Bowl, and then imagine him without Rice and Worthy. Because Worthy stepped up in that second half of the season. Bro, I don't know, man. This is tough. Like, this is a tough one. Just wish this didn't even have to happen, because now we're just in a hole, Now we're just in a hole because we don't know what to expect. And it just feels like the Rice situation all over again. And for this to be happening again, oh my God. It's just like, damn, bro. Like, why, bro? For real. Why? But the Chiefs, like I said, they always find a way to, keep going. But the charge is a third-degree felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. And jail records showed Worthy had not yet posted bond by Saturday morning. The records did not have any details of the arrest. So that's something right there. When they get into the story and everything, Shortly after the news of the arrest surfaced, attorneys Chip Lewis and Sam Bassett issued a statement on Worthy's behalf. Quote, "We are aware of the allegation that led to Mr. Worthy's arrest." That's a statement obtained by the Associated Press. And it said, quote, "We are working with law enforcement in Williams County to ensure they have the benefit of the totality of circumstances that led to this allegation." And the lawyers argued that, Worthy's girl or whatever refused to leave Worthy's home despite numerous requests. And Worthy's representatives also claimed that the alleged victim attempted to extort the NFL star and described the allegation made against their client as baseless. Quote, "I'm guessing allegedly Xavier Worthy's girlfriend was asked multiple times over the last 2 weeks to vacate Mr. Worthy's residence upon discovery of her infidelity, which a private investigator has video evidence of, which is good for Worthy. And she has refused to vacate the residence and made a number of extortive efforts prior to resorting to this baseless allegation against Mr. Worthy." So that's why I can't really say that Xavier Worthy did this, because based off the records, they're saying, they're like, basically saying that Worthy, the girl was just so desperate to bother Worthy or get him angry to the point where they literally would go as far as doing this, or trying to mess him up. So I don't know for real. It looks a little, it looks a little weird. I'm sorry. It just looks like we don't know the situation, man, because it could be anything right now. It could go whatever. It could go whatever way. It could either be Worthy's guilty or it could be the shorty, lying on Worthy. So we really would never know for real. But I expect us to definitely find out soon. But anyways, let's talk about how much days it is till free agency. So you got 4 days until free agency, 47 days until the draft, 67 days to the schedule release, 130 days to training camp, 152 days to preseason, 180 days to the season. So at least we got free agency that's about to come. We got to have the draft. Everything about to be good, man. It's about to be great. Let's get into some good spirits. Hopefully everything works out with Xavier Worthy fine, and hopefully the NFL don't give him a suspension. I'm definitely not switching up on Worthy. I'm staying on that. I'm staying on his side. But if it's not a false report, and if Worthy really, really did this, then he might be cooked. I don't know. He might just be cooked. But it's been a boy Chief, so I already know I'm out, man. Peace.